Timestamp, June 29th. It's about 5 p.m. More awake now. Had some cereal, did some little things around the house. It is pouring down rain and Scrappy's saying, "Gotta go! Oh my God! I just can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten." I won't do that. I'll stop. I've actually done that song in karaoke. I can hit that, but... Well, now I'm just kidding around, having fun. Run, Acorn, run! Hey, can I rub some shampoo on you real quick? Survey the cray-cray. Yeah, that pushed it down a little bit more. Excellent. Scrappy, you're wet. What happened, buddy? Pool is still a nice shade of olive. It's nice. If you need to go potty, go out there. Yep, there you go. You dried off a little bit, go back out. Like a kid on the playground. You're looking under one of the sheds. It's very possible the bunny has taken refuge from the rain. You done? You've had your fun? That's a whole bunch of hell no. Stepped on something. There's a piece of the pressboard wood. But it was small and poop-like, and I thought, really? How you doing? I'm looking. Doing some more looking. Hey, what's this? Runs around on the lanai like Jack Skellington. What's this? Yeah, we went through, Tiny and I went through a lot of crap last night. Today on the menu is this pile. So we can move that cabinet forward. Ooh, yeah, it definitely... Damn it. Yeah, that ceiling's definitely going down a little bit more. And the reason I say that is the corner of that cabinet is now not flush. It would actually butt up against the ceiling a little bit. And at yesterday, day before, we could have pulled the cabinet forward and it wouldn't have hit anything, but now that corner will actually clip the roof. That lets me know it's going down a little bit more. Not good. We can still bring the cabinet, this way and then bring it forward, but it's definitely losing integrity. Yay. It was a good idea, Dad, but needed to follow through, so to speak. And I know he doesn't see it, but that's why he and Mom were getting in trouble with stuff like that. If that's all you managed to accomplish since October and it's, April, and you've got something that can kill you in your own home, and you've got dementia, which is part of the reason that you're not getting things done. Well, at a certain point, the state's going to say, well, kind of like that, yeah. Here, Cookie, go out. Careful. Oh my God, dude, calm down. There you go, Tanner. You get a bigger piece if you go outside. I'm getting tired of picking up little nuggets. Keep leaving me presents. My birthday's in December, sir. It's true. December 29th. You know, if you want to... I haven't, like, registered anywhere. I don't... Do they still do that? I don't even know. Yeah, I've been making my list, going over my notes and whatnot, trying to make sure I've got a clear battle plan of what I want to get done today. It's mostly just a bunch of little stuff. I'm going to try and pull that shower head that I found yesterday. That'll answer my prayers as far as puppy bathing. It's right in front of my face for a month. Oh, genius. But seeing that's cool because it does solve problems as long as I can disconnect it and reconnect it. But it's got some like lime, calcium, whatnot built up. But because I am a good planner, yes, Tanner, because I am a good planner, I've got vinegar, baking soda, a little bit of CLR. I can make it right as rain. And we won't notice the difference in the working shower because the way it mounts, it'll just be like it had been. I need to do dishes. We had all manner of crazy crap in from the garage, stacked up in the kitchen to where I couldn't get anything done in the kitchen yesterday. And Tiny was like, "I'm sorry, I kind of effed you over there." I'm like, "Yeah, you kind of did." But it's okay. We can move forward from that. So I should be able to get the dishes back under control. I'm going to do a couple little loads of laundry here and there because we've been finding all kinds of fabric-y badness. Because, you know, we're basically gutting the place to a degree. I need to sweep and mop the floors, vacuum the carpets, put down some carpet cleaner and vacuum the living room because that's one of the places Tanner likes to make his deposits because he doesn't go outside all the time. Because my dad didn't enforce it, which is aggravating. Basically fighting a lot of... I think they had been trained before my parents got a hold of them, and I think my parents, my dad especially, just didn't reinforce it, so now they've gotten lazy to where they do whatever they want to do. You've got Chewies, don't even give them that look. Scrap. Scrappy. Don't be that guy. So I'm going to try and do the floors overall. If I can get everything under control. I might try and list some of those dolls that I've got. Because I told you this, I bought a whole bunch of lots off of eBay because Pixie's trying to get Monster High. She's trying to get some of the Pixie Hollow fairies. She's a big Tinkerbell and all them fan. I'm going to give you your own Chewy so you'll just shut the hell up and quit trying to steal that from Tanner. He's an old man. It's like lollipop from a baby kind of stuff. Kids. I love my little Dollar Tree purchases. There. Go. Quit being a jerk. Alright, then. I'll give you a fresh one, too. There you go. It's bigger than you are. Take it. There you go. Yeah, you can tell by the sound effect that worked out perfectly. Yeah, I got... Oh, no, I don't got it. Nope. You're going to take the little one that you were working on? Okay. I respect that. You're an old man and your teeth aren't great. I get it. This one's been pre-moistened. Tanner, take it and go. I'm getting something for Jinx currently. Jinx loves these things. Hex remains the alien cat. Doesn't want treats, doesn't want... Look what I got. Yeah. Good stuff. Mr. Jinx. So yes, I have a black cat named Jinx. He was born on Friday the 13th, literally. Seemed appropriate. But yeah, Hex doesn't do... I can put down cans of tuna and he will attempt to bury it. The other cats think that he's insane. I just think his alien masters didn't instruct him well before they dropped him off. It's a theory. And it would make sense why he watches Doctor Who with me. It's a theory. It was funny too, to me anyway. There was a... not sure which one it was, because I didn't catch the... doing the Roku TV thing. Got the classic Doctor Who going. And it was a Tom Baker episode. Because Sarah and Harry were there. And it was a Zygon episode. Hex was intently watching the screen. He was laying across the back of the couch just staring at it. There were Zygons on the screen, he's just staring at it. My first thought was, well, it kind of looks like calamari, but you wouldn't be interested in that anyway, so I don't get it, but maybe maybe he recognized them. Maybe they look a lot like a species that his people have traded with in the past. I don't know. Just kind of a running theory. I recognize these people. My masters have done business with them. Who can say? Could be. I've got a whole bunch of prepped banker boxes. We've been getting banker boxes to, like, store china, Tupperware, books. Those are the three main categories of shite that we're dealing with currently. There's just more than enough of them. So we've been filling banker boxes and storing them. I've got a bunch that are just kind of shoved in the living room wherever. That was before Tiny got here, and we've worked out some storage things. So now we need to pull those out so that Tiny can put them where we're storing them. And that'll clear the living room up a little bit. We're starting to prep some, like, obvious stuff that we want a garage sale towards the front of the garage so that we can roll up the door, put the stuff on the driveway. We've got 60 first things we're trying to get done. It's like we've got 60, like from a side quest standpoint, we've got 60 alphabets we're working on. You got to do A before you can do B, and then you got to do B before you can do C. And these 60 things are all intertwined with each other like some kind of bizarre spider web. So you can get A done here, but in order to get B done, you have to get these 3 A's done and this B over here. It's just very strange. And then I've got my pink totes over here with a lot of my cardboard. I need to actually go through the cardboard, get it into the pink totes, and then we can put them on the shelves out there. It's a thing. It's a... But we have a plan? Seriously, we've got a plan. More or less. Kind of. It's a theory. It's a working theory. Now, we're looking pretty good. Got a lot done yesterday, but today's kind of a... Tiny already passed out. Tiny, I thought, went to bed around 6 a.m., but apparently second wind happened. So Tiny worked throughout. And as I was sitting down, having just woken up, I was told, I still have a little bit of energy. And then Tiny yawned, and I'm like, just go to bed. You don't have to work for 24 hours straight. Just, this is your body telling you, stop. The words of Willem Dafoe, sleep. We're getting there. Still no word from my dad. I've had 2 people now tell me that they tried to call him and the phone said, this call is restricted. This phone's paid for. I know, because I did it. And I don't know if the complex that he's at disengaged his phone because perhaps he called the police a few times because they're poisoning him and he's being held hostage, or if he got into his phone, monkeyed with it because he doesn't know what he's doing, and somehow deactivated his phone from within. Which would be funny, not funny, because I know at this point he's probably sitting back wondering why no one's calling him, not realizing that he turned it off. I don't know. And I told you that Billy from the VA did get back with me, and I've got paperwork now, which I'm still wondering why I didn't get that paperwork a month ago. But I've got paperwork now that I've got to fill out and resubmit to him so we can start getting him. If we were waiting for placement, but we had to fill out those forms to get there, that means this past month we haven't actually been waiting for placement. We've just been sitting here in neutral. So I'm a little annoyed about that. You know, if these forms are the forms that get him on a waiting list, that means he was never on a waiting list before. Thanks, guys. Good. Spun our wheels for a month. Good. Thank you. Exactly. Doing Tweety Bird today. And this is some of the Harry and David chocolate peanut butter. I felt like I deserved a treat. So, yeah, a lot of little tasks. Got another case of Banker boxes today because Amazon does deliver on Sundays. And got our electric tennis racket. Figure that'll help us with some of these little gnats that are just annoying. Oh my God. There's nothing more annoying than going to take a sip of coffee and seeing one of those little gnats sitting on the edge of the cup like, hey, it's good stuff. I like what you did here. You know, like Winston Wolfe. I know I'm a bucket full of pop culture references. If you can't keep up, that's fine. Google what you want to, ignore what you don't. I didn't ask you to come here because of the coffee. We're getting there. Got to keep reminding myself we're getting there because it's daunting. I am daunted. There's a lot of daunt. But I can see the end of it. You know what I mean? I can see what it can be when we're done. If that makes sense. Now it's just the journey to get there. Because even if we're not staying here, I at least want to heal it. If that makes sense. Because this house is wounded. I at least want to heal it. And it'll be a home for at least a minute. You know, whether we choose to sell it down the road or stay. It'll be pretty. It'll be cool. But it can't be left as it is, because like leaving a wounded horse on the battlefield. You either shoot it or get it back to your medics. Leaving it there, though, it's not acceptable. I'm going to get it back to the medics. Yeah. It's a very nice Morgan. Actually, full confession, I've always been rather partial to the Pasafinos. I rode one in Mexico for a bit. It was a fine horse. I don't mean like, Scotsman and sheep. That's a fine horse right there. I mean, it was smart. Really smart. You learned something a little unusual about me today, right? Yeah, I've been on horses before, but yeah, Pasafinos, Morgans are just pretty, but Pasafino as a everyday riding horse, I like them. I guess the translation on it means Pathfinder, Pasafino, Pathfinder. I was up in the mountains. Smart. Scrappy just grabbed the other Chewy that Tanner ignored. He's like, this is mine now. Kids. Alright. At some point I'm going to take a shower too. It's been a couple days. I'm trying to be careful because real easy to back the water up. Did not get a call back from the people that have already gotten a deposit. So that's concerning. But I know when I didn't have a call Friday by 4 o'clock that Monday was going to be the best that I could expect a call back for anything, because contractors, HVAC, they take their weekends off. You're not getting a call on a Sunday afternoon. That's not happening. It's adorable if you think that's going to take place. So, yeah, I can see what I want it to look like through what it looks like right now, It'll look cool. Very different than it does now, but it needs to be very different than it is now. Because I can't live in their shadow. I'm already trying to correct their mistakes. I know it sounds harsh, right? But it's the damn truth. As long as I live long enough, which I'm planning on it, I'm going to be making videos from this location for probably the next year or two, and they're all going to be from a location that is not complete by my eyes. I have inherited a 1 to 2 year project of cleaning up after them. So, and I know my dad's not dead, but him being in a home, he's not a part of this equation. And I know that he wants to come home. And while I would love to oblige, he would be in the way, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to, and I can't babysit my dad 24/7. I can't. Besides the fact that he'd probably try and hurt one of us at some point, because we're stealing from him, or he just has a moment. I've already seen him turn violent or violent adjacent a few times, and I'm not going to put myself or my family at risk, or anybody, if I can avoid it. That was part of the reason I said to the judge, I'm trying to protect him from the world and the world from him. Because that's where we are. Dementia's ugly. That's where we are. So, but yeah, I can't live in their shadow. I won't. It's not good for my own mental health. But I can recreate this in my image, so to speak, and make it not broken anymore, which is something my dad couldn't problem solve his way out of right now. So, anywho, I've probably gabbed long. Yeah, I've gabbed long enough. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So bored. Yeah. Make it a great day.